When was the last time you paused and thought about the experiences of others? Well, allow us to broaden your perception by shifting your vision from your work and zoning in on someone else's life. Someone who has led a rich life and continues to do so. Someone who is well known in our society and someone who now navigates the world using a wheelchair. Today, we warmly welcome Mr. Earle Clarke to Good Morning SKN. Good morning, Mr. Clarke. It is a pleasure to have you here today. How are you doing, sir?
I am wonderful.
Yes,
I am wonderful.
I can see your smile, and I can see that you are indeed in very high spirits.
Of course, I'm alive.
Oh, that's a spirit, Mr. Clarke.
The greatest gift.
How did using a wheelchair change your life, rather?
Well, my brother, when you become disabled, there are two things open to you, two options open to you. You either go in a corner and feel sorry for yourself and mope and die, or you can become an inspiration to others. I decided that I would be an inspiration to others, and that despite my disability, I still have the most priceless gift, the gift of life. Yeah. And so I am using that gift of life to inspire others like me, because becoming disabled is so easy. You can leave your house and jump in your car and you meet an accident and you become disabled. And you have to find the brimstone hill fortress strength to survive. Because I am fortunate to be born in a country where you have an impregnable fortress like Brimstone Hill to inspire you to continue battling the difficulties of life.
And did it dampen, well, obviously you're talking about being in high spirits, so we know that it didn't dampen your spirit.
Was there any difficulties in the beginnings using it? Learning how to use it, I should say?
Yes, when I lost my foot, I'm a military man. I was in the police force. And you're accustomed to step off with your left foot. Uh-huh. And it was difficult at first, stepping off, because it is my left foot which is amputated.
Okay.
And so I've had a few falls. But it is not the falls, it is the getting up.
Is it getting up?
From those falls and continuing your journey. And, I visit the hospital on a regular basis prior to the COVID virus. And there were times when I visit and doctors would tell me that patient there is given some difficulty in amputating their foot. And Mr. Clarke, I would like you to go and talk to them. Okay. And when I go and talk to them, they eventually make up their mind to get the amputation and live. So I have been an inspiration. And there are other people, when I go downtown in my wheelchair, people would say, why Clarke, I wish I was like you. So despite the disability, I can still inspire other people. And I can still enjoy the sunshine and the moonlight and the breeze and the cold nights.
Well, you're motivating me right now, and I am not an amputee. So I want to know what some of the things are that you say to people in that condition.
Well, when I go to town or when I visit the hospital, I lift people's spirits. And that is what we are here for, to lift each other's spirits and to give encouragement to those who are despaired. And when people who are able-bodied find life is difficult, all they have to do is to go down by the community center where the disabled assemble every day and look at those disabled people who are happy,
thankful,
because they are alive and they can inspire people. You have a couple by the name of Rockcliffe and Ethel. And both of them are blind and married. Yep. And they cook and they bake and they press their clothes. And Rockcliffe never looked disorganized yet.
Never.
And when
I can attest to that.
They're living challenges. And when when the bus lands Ethel down at the terminal, Ethel finds herself her way up to her mother in Dorset, unaided. And you have Tony, who got shot in America, came back home, and is teaching computer technology to the disabled down at the center. And so, you know, everything is left to you. It is you who have to find the Brimstone Hill Fortress fortification in you to continue life, because despite your disabilities, you have the most precious gift, the gift of life.
Opportunity, Mr. Clarke, to ask you about other aspects of your life, beginning with your involvement in community activism. What can you tell us about that?
Well, my brother, when we arrived on planet Earth, we arrived not to accumulate wealth, but to be of service to our fellow men. In as much as you have done it, Matthew 25:40, in as much as you have done it to the least of these, my brethren, you have done it unto me. And so my intention is to be of service to my fellow men. And, you know, brother, there are two kinds of birds. You have the yardfowl, and what the yardfowl does, the yardfowl scrabbles and is content with whatever comes up, be it centipede, worm, bug, or cockroach. And what does the eagle do? The eagle soars high above, and in soaring, that eagle has choices. It can fly over the mountains and pick out and hills and pick out the best of what it needs. And it can fly over the oceans and it can pick out the best of what it wants. And so I decided to be an eagle, and I must be of service to my fellow men. I hold no grudges against anybody. As a referee, soccer referee, I can criticize anybody, but I don't hold malice within my heart. And people must always respect me for who I am. Earle Clarke, who cannot be bought or sold, and who will stand for the right, though the heavens fall.
Okay, Mr. Clarke, you made reference to being an eagle, and we know we are still in an ongoing pandemic. How did you manage having to stay at home so much?
Well, what happened is that prior to the virus, I used to go to town every day, but I have limited my visits to Bastille, the capital, and I stay home most of the time, and I do a lot of writing, and so I don't get the hugs and the shake hands like I used to do when I used to go regularly, and when I go to town, I have to climb 15 steps on my bum seat. And because, you know, nothing must deter you. If you are determined to go into Bastille and you have to climb 15 steps, you climb them and you jump in your wheelchair and you wheel yourself up to the top of the street and you get a lift and go down to Bastille. Nothing in life must deter you. The only person who can deter you in accomplishing anything is you yourself.